is Trivia for Kids, where it's not just for adults anymore.
Top of the morning to your mother.
Well, it is the afternoon, Quinn, but top of the day to you as well. Welcome to Trivia for Kids, the podcast. Oh, I just transitioned right out of that accent. This is Casey.
This is Quinn. I'm still in the accent.
Okay. See, it's hard for you. It's hard for me not to talk in it when you're talking in it. Anyway,
Okay.
Hey, gang, how are we doing this week? How's it going, Quinn?
Tired. I'm a little bit stuffy.
Yeah,
and
you're a little
sick
under the
and-
weather. There's been a lot going around. Lots of kids sick from school and stuff. So
Yeah.
I just hope you don't get sick. You got a big musical coming up, so
Yeah.
don't get sick before that.
Yeah.
So, guys, we've got some exciting news. We are going to be starting some trivia battles on our YouTube channel. So if you check out Trivia for Kids podcast, make sure you add the podcast at the end and check out our channel. We're going to be videoing some battle rounds between Quinn and Ren, between Quinn and Brooks, between who does that leave? Ren and Brooks. Maybe even have Quinn and Ren ask Dan and I questions for a battle so we can see who's going to be the best trivia master
we
of
know
our
who
family.
the answer to this is.
Yeah, me, because
No.
I write all the trivia.
That's not the right answer.
Who do you think it is?
Yeah, well, you're kind of cheating because you're looking at all the answers. I have to try to answer them and then try to remember them. But since you type them down, it's easier to remember. So if you win, I still count it as a win because you are basically cheating.
I don't feel that at all. I'm just practicing using my resources, I would say. Anyway, we're going to be doing some quick rounds, like one round, 5 minutes, no extra, talking and all the things. So for the people who've been like, we wish you would just do questions and answers and not all the explanations, well, you're going to get your wish on our YouTube channel. So make sure you check us out, and we're going to get some of those up. We're really excited about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what else I'm excited for?
Jokes.
Punny. Took the words right out of my mouth. The first joke comes from Madeline, Carter, and Bronson. Thank you, guys. What do you call a shoe made out of a banana? A slipper.
Ha!
Yeah, right? Because you can slip on a banana peel. Slipper. Great joke. Joke number 2 comes from listener Noah. Thanks, Noah. Why did the football coach go to the bank?
To get his nickels.
To get his quarterback. Wouldn't that be easy if you just had to go to a bank and be like, all right, I need a quarterback. I'll take that one. I don't think it's that easy for football coaches. And the last question comes from listener Paige. And if I remember correctly, Paige made this one up. Thanks, Paige. What did the tape say when it was asked to do something?
He did it.
I'm tapeable. Like capable? I'm tapeable. You were wrapping presents earlier. Were you tapeable?
Do you know the answer to that one?
I
think I was very bad.
No, I think you were very tapeable. All right. Let's do some trivia.
So punny, Mom. So punny.
Here's how the show works. Trivia for Kids consists of 5 rounds with 7 questions each. We will announce the answers at the end of each round. Each new round will have a different category. After the 5th round, we will have the final exam, which will test you on the toughest questions we have covered in the previous rounds. Everyone ready? Let's get started.
Round 1. The category is wild animals. Question 1. What is the largest cat species in the jungle? Question 2. What colorful bird, known for its ability to imitate sounds, is commonly found in jungles? Question 3. True or false? Like a tiger, zebras have striped skin. Question 4. If humans have 7 vertebrae in their neck, how many does a giraffe have? Question 7. Which animal is known as the king of the jungle? Question 6. Red-billed oxpecker birds can typically be seen riding on the backs of what large African animal? Question 7. What type of monkey is the loudest? And now the answers to round 1. Question 1. What is the largest big cat species?
The tiger. Rawr.
It is the tiger. They have to be pretty similar in size to a lion, but it's the
Yeah.
tiger.
Tigers are way heavier too.
Oh yeah, they seem to be like bigger. Question 2. What colorful bird, known for its ability to imitate sounds, is commonly found in jungles?
Macaw.
Yeah, macaw, parrot. I would take either of those. But yeah.
A macaw, a type of parrot?
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Or is a parrot a type of macaw?
Oh man, now I feel like maybe a macaw is a type of parrot.
Yes, I agree.
So parrot is like the general term, macaw is the specific
yeah.
type. Anyway, do you know that parrots live to be like 100 years old?
I wouldn't like that.
So if
Be
you're
like, oh, here's my parrot, and here's me in the hospital at like 90 years old.
So if you're going to get a parrot for a pet, you better make sure that your kids are ready for that parrot as a pet and your kids as kids, because you're in it for the long haul if you get a parrot. They would be cool, though. Question 3, true or false? Like a tiger, zebras have striped skin.
I believe that is false.
It is false. Beneath all that fur, zebras have black skin. A shaved zebra without any stripes could be almost unrecognizable as an all-black animal.
Oh, wow.
So when you shave a tiger, its skin is striped. You can see the variations of the orange and the black, but a zebra, shave it, all black.
Would it look like a donkey or a mule?
Probably. I mean, it would probably look like a black horse. Question 4. If humans have 7 vertebrae in their neck, how many does a giraffe have?
When I was like 7 years old, we went to a zoo, and I got this right, and I got a prize. Giraffes also have 7 vertebrae. They're just way longer.
Yes. So humans have 7 vertebrae. Giraffes have 7 neck vertebrae. Giraffes are just way bigger. You are correct. Question 5. Which animal is known as the king of the jungle?
The lion.
Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
Jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sings tonight.
Question 6. Red-billed oxpecker birds can typically be seen riding on the backs of what large African animal?
The elephants, like an African elephant.
Rhinos. You've seen the birds on rhinos, right?
Yeah.
The birds are best known for feeding from lesions full of ticks or other parasites on the rhino's hide.
Ew.
So thank goodness for these birds, because a rhino can't like scratch his own back or go for its own medical
If it
help.
tried with its horn, it would like, no, not animal.
That would not go well. And so these birds eat the ticks off of the rhino, which helps the rhino. And then the birds get food from those ticks. So it's like a win-win situation.
Win, win, win.
Question 7. What type of monkey is the loudest?
The screech monkey.
The howler monkey. Close. The howler monkeys are the loudest of all monkeys. They call to let each other know where their territory is, alerting them to stay away. The calls sound like a loud whooping bark or roar. After one group of howlers call, another answers.
The call and the answer.
What do you think they sound like? I think that's too low. Probably pretty close, I
But it
think.
said like a barking, growling sound. That's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
That could be part of it too. I think it is pretty like howly, like yeah. I think any of those probably could be what they sound like.
Sure.
Great guesses.
We're just gonna estimate it.
Round number 2, the category is dance. Question 1. In ballet, what are dancers supposed to point? Question 2. When you are stretching, what is it called when you have each leg straight out in opposite directions? Question 3. What street dance style, originating in the Bronx, New York, is characterized by dynamic movements and improvisation, and sometimes they spin on their heads? Question 4. What type of dance has a special shoe with metal attached to the toe and heel? Question 5. Most often occurring with country music, what type of dance is a choreographed dance in which a group of people dance along to a repeating sequence of steps while arranged in one or more lines or rows? Question 6. In ballet, what is the term for a 360-degree turn on one leg? Question 7. What traditional Hawaiian dance involves storytelling through hand and hip movements and is often accompanied by chanting and music? And now the answers to round number 2. Question 1. In ballet, what are dancers supposed to point?
Their fingers. Wait. Like on point or like point at something?
They're supposed to point their toes.
I didn't get the question.
During ballet, they're just pointing at the crowd. You get to watch me dance on my toes. I don't feel like ballets are like that. Not very interactive.
You watch me dance on my toe.
Question 2. When you are stretching, what is it called when you have each leg straight out in opposite directions?
The splits.
The splits. Can you do the splits, Quinn?
No.
Neither can I. If I tried to do the splits, I might literally break my body.
I might split myself.
Yeah, right? Question 3. What street dance style originating in the Bronx, New York is characterized by dynamic movements and improvisation, and sometimes they spin on their heads?
Breakdancing.
Yeah, breakdancing, or it's also called b-boying or b-girling.
Watch me breakdance as a b-boy, b-girl, dancing, breakdancing.
Because the B in b-boy or b-girl stands for breakdance, I believe. So
I'm a breakdance b-boy.
Question 4. What type of dance has a special shoe with metal attached to the toe and heel?
Tap shoes.
Tap dancing. Question 5. Most often occurring with country music, what type of dance is a choreographed dance in which a group of people dance along to a repeating sequence of steps while arranged in one or more lines or rows?
Line dancing?
Yeah, line dancing.
Like Cotton Eye Joe?
Like the electric slide, you know, at a wedding where you're all in a line and you're all doing the same. You can do it. It's electric. And you're doing the same moves, and then you kick and you turn and you, or like the cha-cha slide, or what's that other one? Down, down, do your thing, do your, what is that one? We got a brand new down, down, do your thing.
Wait, we got a brand new dance. You gotta move your muscles.
Cupid shuffle. There you go. Good job. But in the 90s, oh man, line dancing was like,
don't talk about your youth, Mom.
was the jam of jams. Like when Achy Breaky Heart came out by Billy Ray Cyrus, there was a line dance called the Achy Breaky, and people used to do the boot, scoot, and boogie. Oh man, the 90s were the best. Question 6. In ballet, what is the term for a 360 turn on one leg?
A pirouette. A pirouette.
Pirouette. Can you do a pirouette, a complete one, or a complete 360?
Yes.
You can?
I cannot do plural. I can do one.
I
I
have
can do plural. and this special boots that these boots that I have like really slippery toes that
I only ever try a pirouette when I'm in my socks in the kitchen where there's no carpet, and I've about killed myself a couple of times. I'm too old to be doing pirouettes, but I still like to try. Question 7. What traditional Hawaiian dance involves storytelling through hand and hip movements and is often accompanied by chanting and music?
hula hula.
Hula, 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 hula.
Do you think that's where hula hoop comes from?
You know, I bet it does, because like in the hula, you have to rotate your hips and shake them and stuff, and that's what you have to do to keep
those hips.
you have to keep a hula hoop up by doing that. So I'm sure that's where it comes from. Good thought. Round number 3. The category is idioms. Just a reminder, an idiom is a common phrase which means something different from its literal meaning, but can be understood because of its popular use. For example, if someone told you to hang in there, what it really means is don't give up. Question 1. If your mom says she wants the house spick and span, what is she wanting you to do? Question 2. If someone is involved in a risky or dangerous situation, they are said to be walking on what? Question 3. If you let the cat out of the bag, what did you do that you were not supposed to? Question 4. What happened to a person who kicked the bucket? Question 5. If something happened out of nowhere, what color did it come from? Question 6. If you are going to hit the hay, where are you going? Question 7. If someone is pulling your leg, what are they doing to you? And now the round 3 answers. Question 1. If your mom says she wants the house spick and span, what is she wanting you to do?
Clean everything.
Yeah, and is our house ever spick and span?
No.
It only ever is when you guys are at school or gone and I clean it or Dad cleans it.
Hey,
then you guys come home and destroy it and then I get sad.
That's not me most of the time.
Okay.
It's more Brooks and Ren.
Okay.
You have to agree.
I don't know. Question 2. If someone is involved in a risky or dangerous situation, they are said to be walking on what?
On thin ice.
On thin ice. You're walking on thin ice, lady. Question 3. If you let the cat out of the bag, what did you do that you were not supposed to?
Spill the beans.
Oh, that was another idiom.
Tell a secret.
Yeah, you told the secret or you said something you weren't supposed to. You let the cat out of the bag. Don't do that. Keep those cats in those bags.
Would you keep a cat in a bag?
I don't know. Question 4. What happened to a person who kicked the bucket?
They died.
They did. Question 5. If something happened out of nowhere, what color did it come from?
Out of the blue?
Yeah, it was out of the blue. Boy, that came out of the blue. So interesting. Where did these come from? Question 6. If you are going to hit the hay, where are you going?
Hopefully in a bed. To sleep.
Yep. You're going to bed or you're going to sleep. I'm guessing that one comes from back in the day before they had mattresses. They probably did sleep in the hay. That's probably what they used, don't you suppose? That's where it came from? Oh. Question 7. If someone is pulling your leg, what are they doing to you?
Like joking or kidding.
Right. They're telling you a joke or they're teasing you. Oh, I'm just pulling your leg. What a weird. These are so strange. I love them though.
Okay, you can pull someone's leg, but don't pull their finger.
Round 4. The category is Disney movies. Question 1. What are the names of Ursula's eel sidekicks in The Little Mermaid? Question 2. What impressive skill does Merida have in the movie Brave? Question 3. In Cinderella, what do the mice transform into to help Cinderella go to the ball? Question 4. What is the name of the ice vendor who helps Anna and Kristoff in Frozen? Question 5. Which Disney movie features a wooden puppet who dreams of becoming a real boy? Question 6. In which Disney movie does a young girl follow a white rabbit down a rabbit hole? Question 7. What is the name of the horse in Disney's Tangled? Round 4 answers. Question 1. What are the names of Ursula's eel sidekicks in The Little Mermaid?
Justin and Jefferson.
Their names are Flotsam and Jetsam.
Oh, well, I got the J right on one of them.
You did. The only time I can get this one is if I think of that song that she's singing, that Poor Unfortunate Soul song.
Oh, Flotsam, Jefferson, now
I got 'em, boys.
Your
Yep.
boss is on a roll.
Yep, that part. Question 2. What impressive skill does Merida have in the movie Brave?
A very impressive Scottish accent.
She does have that. That's not her skill, though.
She does
Oh,
do that.
Merida.
Merida.
That's pretty good. She's good at archery. That is correct. Bow and arrow. Ugh. That was like Australian mixed with spit. Question 3. In Cinderella, what do the mice transform into to help Cinderella go to the ball?
I want to say horses.
That is correct.
Okay.
They turn into horses.
I was like, were they the helpers or were they the horses?
Question 4. What is the name of the ice vendor who helps Anna and Kristoff in Frozen?
I want to say Guten Tag, but he says, what does he say? He
Big summer blowout.
Big summer blowout. Isn't it like Olsen? Olaf?
His name is Oaken.
Oh, Olsen.
Because he has isn't it called Oaken's Trading Post
Yes,
or something?
yes.
Oh, big summer blowout.
Big summer blowout.
Question 5. Which Disney movie features a wooden puppet who dreams of becoming a real boy?
Pinocchio. I'm a real boy. That's from Shrek.
That's from Shrek. I know I was thinking that too.
That's not from
I'm a real boy. That's from Shrek. Question 6. In which Disney movie does a young girl follow a white rabbit down a rabbit hole?
Alice in Wonderland. How does she fit through a rabbit hole?
This is a
Is
movie.
that rabbit fat or is she tiny?
This is a movie I've never really understood. I like it, but it's a little too
All over the place.
all over the place for me to really get.
Exactly.
Question 7. What is the name of the horse in Disney's Tangled?
Max.
Well, Maximus. Do they call him Max?
Maxie boy.
I think his
I
name
think
is
they just
just
call him
Maximus.
That's from Shrek.
That's from Tangled. Round number 5. The category is smelly things? Question 1. Halitosis is the medical term for what smelly problem? Question 2. The largest flower in the world is also the worst smelling. What is this flower known as? Question 3. What type of cheese has a distinct and sometimes unpleasant odor due to the mold that grows on it? Question 4. How long can the smell of a skunk spray last? Question 5. What is the main culprit of stinky armpits? Question 6. What type of fruit smells so bad that it's often banned in public places? Dragon fruit, durian, or pomegranate? Question 7. Gas that builds up in your stomach or bowels and is released from your body is known as what? And the answers to round 5 are starting now. Question 1. Halitosis is the medical term for what smelly problem?
Feet.
Halitosis is bad breath.
Oh, I hate bad breath.
So if you don't want halitosis, make sure you brush and floss regularly and brush your tongue and the sides of your cheeks.
I don't brush my tongue.
Oh, really? That's where a lot of the smelliness comes from, is on your tongue. So you always should brush your tongue.
Oh.
So heads up there. And maybe use some mouthwash or something. Question 2. The largest flower in the world is also the worst smelling. What is this flower known as?
The rotten corpse flower.
The corpse flower, correct. It grows in the rainforests of Southeast Asia, but its enormous bright red bloom does not fill the air with a sweet aroma. In fact, it is known as the corpse flower because it smells like dead flesh.
Ew! Imagine just like walking in Asia and be like, what is that? And then like, ugh.
It's so funny because it's beautiful, like, and it's huge,
Is
but
that
it
the one that
smells
kind of looks like
terrible.
like a point, or is that the one that's like open?
Well, I
like
think,
a big flower.
yeah, I think it smells the worst when it is dying, like after it is bloomed.
Ew.
Question 3. What type of cheese has a distinct and sometimes unpleasant odor due to the mold that grows on it?
Blue cheese.
Blue cheese, also known as Roquefort. So blue cheese has 2 names. So I find it so odd that it doesn't bother me to eat blue cheese knowing that it's moldy, because it is so delicious. I know I've said this before on here. Blue cheese is like my favorite type of cheese. I love it.
Ew.
Question 4. How long can the smell of a skunk spray last?
30 feet. Oh, wait. No, that's how far I can go.
Length of time.
30 minutes?
Skunk smell can last anywhere from 14 to 21 days.
No.
The best ways to remove the smell from your clothes, furniture, hair, or dog's fur is using a mix of baking soda and vinegar or peroxide. I'd always heard it was tomato juice. So I was surprised to read that. But one time when Dan was driving, he hit an already dead skunk in the road. And so the smell got on his tires, and it smelled our garage for weeks. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, skunk smell is crazy. Question 5. What is the main culprit of stinky armpits?
Sweat.
It's 2 answers. Sweat and
More sweat.
Bacteria. Body odor happens when bacteria on your skin comes in contact with sweat. Our skin is naturally covered with bacteria. When we sweat, the water, salt, and fat mix with this bacteria and cause odor.
Ew.
It is gross. I agree.
Our bodies are nasty.
But our bodies are doing all these things for a reason. Our bodies sometimes seem nasty, but they are amazing what they do.
Yeah.
So just wear deodorant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And take baths and make sure you clean your pits. Question 6. What type of fruit smells so bad that it's often banned in public places? Dragon fruit, durian, or pomegranate?
Durian.
It is durian. Despite being a delicacy, the fruit is banned for transportation in countries like Thailand, Japan, Singapore, and Hong Kong. In fact, no durians signs are plastered across airports and hotels in these countries, thanks to its peculiar and pungent smell that can be described as rotten onions mixed with raw sewage. Gross. However, they taste good. Fresh, ripe durians have an incredibly delicious and sweet flavor. It is often described as custardy, and its flavor is compared to a caramel, vanilla, and even cheesecake. The texture is soft and somewhat pillowy.
I want to eat it. Oh, why?
So I think people struggle to eat it because the outside of it smells so
Taste the smell?
terrible, and I think I don't know. You would have to almost be completely away from it as you were peeling it so that you didn't smell the outside and just ate the inside maybe. I don't know, but could you imagine having something that smelled like onions mixed with raw sewage and then having it taste like vanilla caramel cheesecake?
Oh.
What a bizarre fruit. Okay, I couldn't have a smelly round without this one. Question 7. Gas that builds up in your stomach or bowels and is released from your body is known as what?
Toots.
It is toots. Flatulence, passing gas, or toots. And I know, parents, I'm sorry. This is such an eye roll, but I was like, when I think of smelly things and you think of kids, you just think of this question. So I had to have it. The answer is toots. So the reason that it happens is because as our bodies are processing the food in our stomachs, it's making a gas, and that gas has to come out. And so when it comes out, it stinks because it's the smell of our food being processed in our bodies. So a burp is kind of similar. As we eat or drink, we are swallowing air. And we have to release that air so it comes out our mouth in a burp. So it's all completely normal. It's just part of our body's unique processes.
Yeah.
And now it's time for the final exam. Now remember, you've heard these questions in the previous rounds, but these were the hardest ones we've had. So use your memory and try to think back to what the answers are. Question 1. What type of monkey is the loudest?
The howler monkey.
Question 2. Halitosis is the medical term for what smelly problem?
Bad breath.
Question 3. If your mom says she wants the house spick and span, what is she wanting you to do?
Clean it to perfection.
Question 4. What are the names of Ursula's eel sidekicks in The Little Mermaid?
Flotsam and jetsam.
Question 5. In ballet, what is the term for a 360-degree turn on one leg?
Pirouette.
Question 6. What type of fruit smells so bad that it's often banned in public places?
The durian fruit.
Question 7. What street dance style originating in the Bronx, New York, is characterized by dynamic movements and improvisation?
Breakdance or B-boy and B-girl.
And that's the end of episode 90.
Yeah.
90. Best decade and number of episode.
Oh.
Yeah, you remember the 90s with the country line dancing and the achy breaky heart and the boot scooting boogie?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so good. All right, here's our shout outs. Wild Animals comes from Leona. Thanks, Leona.
Thanks, Leona.
Dance comes from Camden. Thanks, Camden.
Thank you.
Idioms comes from Mauricio.
Thank you, Mauricio.
The Little Mermaid comes from Mella.
Thank you, Mella.
Smelly Things comes from me. You're welcome. And here's your conversation starter.
Which smell is your least favorite?
Oh, man. Probably skunk, I gotta say.
Skunk is bad. I have this one that I really don't like, but I can't think of it right now. I also don't like it when my sister takes her shoes off in the car and it stinks.
Ren has very smelly feet. That's another good
Or
one.
like old fast food in the car.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Hey, thanks for listening. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube.
Thank
Trivia
you.
for Kids podcast. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can see all of our new videos. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Trivia for Kids Podcast, or you can email us at triviaforkidspodcast@gmail.com.